Yeah, is this Taco Bell? We're at Taco Bell, right?
What do you think?
Yeah. Okay, I just want to make sure. All right, we got it. We nailed it. We got that Taco Bell order, and we are headed off to the dropping off that to a, I don't know which one this one goes out to, but anyway, someone out there wanted Taco Bell. This goes out to the person out there that wants Taco Bell. All right. That game that we played that was futuristic Dungeons and Dragons was cyber something. Okay, I know I was able to recall the first part of the name of it. The first part of the name is cyber. I'm pretty sure it's cyber. It's cyber something, but it's about all these technical kind of people that are in a futuristic world where there's an internet that actually existed. This is before the internet, when the game came out. And you could plug in to an intranet, and you could do this, like, it was like basic, think of Tron. It was like Tron, and it was like a Blade Runner kind of game. Blade Runner and Tron mixed together, and you could go into the computer and you could fight in the computer, and then you could come out of the computer. Kind of like the Matrix a little. It was a little like Matrix. But the name of it started with the word cyber. I'm pretty sure cyber was part of it. I'm glad they got their Taco Bell. So one of my favorite David Lynch movies is called Mulholland Drive. I do like a lot of them. I thought this was cool. Here, it's like a Texas version. You can pretty much see it closely right here. Nope, not really. Probably get out this way, maybe. Yeah, that sign is really funky. How they did it. Yeah, you can see it right there, pretty well, right about there. Right about there. And this is what Mulholland Drive looks like in Texas. And to be more specific, Grapevine, Texas. I like their yard. It's not a very long drive. In California, it's a very long drive. It goes over all these, or goes over the canyons. Cold Canyon, it goes over that one. Mulholland Drive is a pretty cool drive in California. Cyberpunk, and I'm getting the year on it. Yeah, it was called Cyberpunk. I found it. It came out. Get this right. Cyberpunk came out in 1988, and the full title of Cyberpunk was Cyberpunk 2013. So it was actually taking place in the year 2013, and it was very popular in 1988. That's when we played it. We played it probably 89. Probably 1989 is when we played it. It was copyrighted in 1988. It was called Cyberpunk 2013. Great game. Good to go. Brink Security. This must be Brink Security. We know that Adam the Woo chose not to eat a hot dog today, but I did. So I'm having my hot dog today on September 2nd, 2021, and I'm happy about it. I'm real happy. Right here. Got some pickles and onions. One piece of onion just fell down there, and we're going in, baby. We're going in. We got it. Now, we didn't have breakfast this morning. It's something I thought with all my life. Breakfast. Let me tell you, my whole life, I really had never got breakfast. Not even when I was married. Now, sometimes I would make eggs in the morning before breakfast. Or, around breakfast. I guess breakfast time. But I don't always get breakfast. And I love me some breakfast. I haven't had it in about a year. I've not had breakfast in a year. True story. Breakfast is my favorite meal of the time of the day. I love breakfast. I love scrambled eggs, toast. I love jelly. I love orange juice in the morning. I love all that. Haven't had it for a year. A whole year. Because I usually just eat breakfast in the morning time. It's been about a whole year now. I've had coffee in the morning. And I've had maybe like a bagel, maybe. But I don't get my breakfast, and I wish I could. If anyone out there wants to help me get my breakfast, let me know, and I'd love to have breakfast with you. Good hot dog. Very, very good hot dog. Now, to those people that the carpetbagger's wife calling me a failure, that makes you a failure. By calling me a failure makes you a failure. I feel sorry for you. I feel bad for you for calling me a failure. You know, why don't you go up to someone in a wheelchair and start smacking them in the face and say, why don't you walk, failure? You don't know me. I'm saving the apple pie for your husband, because I'm going to feed it to him. And you're going to watch him eat it. Psycho. Everyone's a failure. I like to eat my hot dogs right in front of an Indian restaurant. Right by an Indian restaurant right here. It's an Indian restaurant in South Lake. That's where I like to eat my hot dogs. You have a good day. And you can have the apple pie. Yeah, man, I tell you what, I got connected to the guest service on the internet at Saltgrass. Super slow. I mean, it was barely crawling. We're gonna look at some horseshoes. Isn't that fun? The little horseshoes there. Oh, that was cute. So we're headed back to Louisville to drop off some steak. And boy, that Saltgrass internet Wi-Fi is very slow on their guest services. They're operating really, really slow. But we got the steak, and we're gonna drop it off and head right on back to South Lake, Texas, where all the multicultural...
Watch out, vehicle on shoulder ahead.
Where all the multicultural people hang out. Look at this right here. They hang out in South Lake. That's where they almost killed me. That's where they celebrate multiculturalism. I almost became a millionaire just right then. That company would have been responsible for my life because he's speeding. That truck right there ahead of me. I'm going exactly 60. He's speeding. He's also working for a company, so he saves a lot of money speeding like that for his company. But he's carrying I'm gonna get his license plate. This is a very, very important day right here. He's carrying a very expensive device. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get him, but we're gonna try to. Yep. Yeah, he's going my way. Okay. So what he's carrying is very expensive equipment, and he almost killed me. So we're gonna go ahead and get his license plate right here. This guy right here, I know he's a good guy. Look, I know he wants to make a lot of money, but he almost killed me. And there's a 1-800 number on the back flap right there. We get his information right there. Center load between axles. It's a 1-800 number. My name is Jonathan Cole Spivey, and I'm driving, I believe it's SH 121 North. And there's the sign of him right here. That's the company that owes me money for harassment right there, for trying to run me off the road. I'm showing him right here. He knows now. Now, he's an American, he's a good guy, but most likely he has military background, okay? So he almost killed me, and that's because the military taught him not to have any compassion for anybody, but for money only. That's what the military teaches, because they kill people. And that's what he tried to do. He almost killed me. Now, I know he has a family, but luckily I survived because he was speeding in the middle of the highway. My radar caught him, because I have, sonar. I have sonar on this vehicle, and it caught him at the last minute. So if I didn't have that sonar, I'd be dead. And he's probably got military background. He cares. He knows it's over. He cares a lot about his family, things like this, but that's what he's driving right here. It's from Little Rock, Arkansas. That's where my pastor is from. J. Josh Smith. They're from Arkansas too. He's got an American flag on the side of the road, and that's what he looks like right here. Trying to get a facial. He's moving off on the side. I'm not getting a facial recognition, but I'm getting a side profile of him right here. Be careful. Be really careful. If you ever go to 24-hour emergency signature care, you can always, run right across the street and get yourself some McDonald's. So let's say you get a shot or you're not feeling well, always go in and get some McDonald's, and then there's your signature care. It's amazing how many McDonald's are actually at hospitals. I'd probably say at about 99.9% of all McDonald's, all hospitals have a McDonald's. I'd say about 99%, I'd say, of all McDonald's. I'm sorry. Try it again. About 99% of all hospitals in the United States of America having a McDonald's is the statement that I'm attempting to make. Basically, if you go into a hospital, you're going to see a McDonald's. But anyway, we're dropping off a steak from Saltgrass. So I told the lady we're not really supposed to go in there and do contact deliveries, but for certain type of people like first responders and hospitals, I will go in there and drop it off for those types of people. I'm not really supposed to, because I made an agreement with the company that I work for that we're not to make any type of contact with anyone. This was 24-hour, but these people work really hard. They're professionals. They always wear masks, and I trust in them. So I went ahead and did the. I gave her the order, and I still kept my 6 feet from them. Oh, look, a plane. Oh, that's a famous vlogger in there that I could talk to. But anyway, I did drop it off, so we nailed it. Now, we got ourselves a great Chevrolet Classic right there, and that is one mint condition vehicle. I'm not getting a good shot of it, but we can see it kind of. And it's right on Bruton Orend and Brittlewood. I called it Bridlewood around Linda, and she corrected me immediately. She said Brittlewood. Hey, listen, the carpetbagger's wife, you don't know Linda, okay? You don't know anything about her. There's people out there. Let me do some education to both the carpetbagger and his wife. The method actor could walk right up to you and you would think they were stinking drunk and they had drank nothing but a little bit of water because of sense memory. Sense memory is probably one of the most powerful tools that a person can have that works for them in performance or in speaking. Sense memory is something a lot of people don't even study. You don't know how much alcohol Linda's consumed, if she's even consumed a single drop of alcohol in her entire life. You don't even know. And in your message, Miss Thekennedyrain, I think you spelled rain wrong, but Thekennedyrain, rain is actually spelled R-E-I-N, or R-E-I-G-N, I believe. Rain, R-E-I-G-N. Anyway, regardless, it doesn't really matter about the spelling. What matters is about what you said about Linda. Now, if I said that she needed rehab, it could have been, that's part of what my character said. Okay? It could have been part of the show. You don't know because you didn't do the investigation yourself. You're just taking my words and twisting them to your own advantage. I may have said that because maybe I was worried, or maybe I'm a neurotic person that worries about things and blows things out of proportion. Linda could just be a normal person. You don't even know. But she is a good actress. And I think some of it is probably sense memory, recalling intoxication and stuff. So you don't know. You don't have any proof of it at all. Okay? Here's the thing. One more thing that I want to say. And I'm not going to bring the church in. I'm not going to bring religion. I'm not going to bring Jesus Christ in the picture. I'm just going to say one thing. You being in film and media, or at least media, I won't say film, but in media or YouTube or video, you should never have the mindset that you cannot be associated with someone because of, let's say, their behavior. Some of the best work that's been on YouTube or that's been on television or anything like that has to do with one person associating with another person that they probably would never associate. Now, I am going to bring some biblical things in it because I was raised in the South. I was raised as a Baptist, and I've got that crazy Bible kind of talk going on out of my mouth, or whatever y'all want to call it, because I know how you and the carpetbagger are. But I want to say this. There was a woman once at the well. She was called the Samaritan woman. And she was gathering water from the well, because back then the women were responsible for the water. And what ended up happening was she ran into a guy named Jesus that was not a Samaritan, because of who she was surprised that this person who was of Jewish descent was even speaking to her. Jesus talked to people that other people would not talk to, okay, because of their behavior and because of what they represented. Not many talked to the Samaritans. They had a bad rap, but Jesus did. And when he told the woman at the well that he knew everything about her and she knew that he was the Messiah, he asked her a question. He said, "I have water. Do you thirst?" And she said, "Yes, we all thirst." He says, "I have water that will make you never thirst." Right? This whole world is against us. Regardless if you're a believer or not, it doesn't matter. The world is against you. Okay? So after this little phone call and after this little message, you will find out that the world is against you. It does not care about you. And you will thirst. But Jesus can make you never thirst again. And he told this strange parable to this lady at the well. But she did not know why this man, now we know as the Messiah, was even talking to her, because she was a Samaritan. The reason he was talking to her was because he was trying to make a point, not only about Christianity, but he was trying to make a point about how we are. I'm sorry that I have to talk in this kind of positioning. It's not very YouTube-y of me, but it's because of the circumstances that I'm in. And I know you're trying to get everything on me to protect your husband, and that's fine. I respect that. You're probably somewhere in there a godly wife, because you seem to be forgiving because of what your husband probably did to you. But this is what I want to say. The Samaritan represents the person that you ideally would not speak to. The Samaritan represents a person like a drunk, or like a drug addict, or like an alcoholic, someone that's lowly and different. Someone that you wouldn't associate yourself. But I can promise you this, you're not going to go far drawing lines and creating borders, because that's what you're doing. And same with Carpetbagger. He's got to open those doors and erase those borders. Whether it be the most evil person in the world, or whether it be the most biggest Christian saint that we know, or whether it be another religion, Islamic, it could be Buddhism, it could be any type of religion at all, Zen, whatever, okay? You have to open the door to all religions. You have to open the door to all people. That's what our country does. Now, our country, the United States of America, is founded in Christian morals, so we cannot pretend like they don't exist. But when you come across a drunk, you accept them. Now, let me explain something. Charlie Chaplin was a drunk. I'm trying not to cough, sorry. The Tramp represented a drunk, as in Charlie Chaplin, who played the Tramp. He represented the drunk, and he was always the hero. He was a hero, not only in Hollywood, but in the world, because he was lowly, and he was addicted to something, right? Those things happen to people. You have to be open-hearted. You cannot say, I'm not going to be associated with a person just because I think it'd be fine if I ever get to the point where we go to Walt Disney World and we could take Linda around on rides and stuff, you know? She probably will get a beer. Okay, some people do drink beer, and that's okay. It's not against my laws and regulations. I worry about her and I pray for her, but I did not get those kind of messages coming from you. I got hatred coming from you. I don't know really how the carpetbagger feels, but I can promise you this: an apology is more than what you need. You need a lesson in morality, because there's people out there struggling, and we don't ignore them, we accept them. That's something I learned as an educator, is we include everyone. We're inclusive. We're not exclusive. This is not Facebook. YouTube should never be Facebook. We should be inclusive, not exclusive, okay? We should accept everyone's vlog the way that it is, as crazy as it is. We should not be exclusive. That's what I'm trying to say. Even the drunks belong on YouTube. It represents what? When you go look at it, it represents the world. So if we're going to be in the world, we have to be inclusive. We have to include everyone.